Artificial Intelligence, CBSE Course Code 417, Classes 8th, 9th and 10th. Session 1. So friends, today the modern age is internet age, the age of information, and we spend a considerable amount of time online on different websites, e-commerce websites, learning websites, entertainment portals, and other such social media portals. So websites today are aware of our social presence. When we are online, websites track our movement, websites track our browsing habits and our preferences, our likes and dislikes, and this is what is called our browsing signature. So websites today are aware of our browsing signature. They know what all we like to browse, what all our preferences, what do we dislike, and so on and so forth. So generally, as we keep ourselves online, we keep browsing different web pages, websites, keep doing various transactions, watching a movie, buying something, chatting with somebody, interacting over social websites. These websites get to know us. They know our likes and dislikes. They know what all our interests are, what all our hobbies are, and they know our location. We can figure out where we are on the globe at the moment, what are our preferred online destinations where we habitually go, usually online, then who all our contacts, our friends, what is our network, what all contacts are there online, and the people whom we love and of course whom we hate, they know. And Because of this all awareness, because of this entire intelligence regarding ourselves in the form of various data sets, websites can predict. What can they predict? They can predict what all our preferences for the next movie or the next book or the next song we are going to subscribe for. What would that be? So they can figure out by looking at the data which has been generated by us, they can see the patterns, they can try to guess, they can try to figure out or predict what will be my next choice for a product, or what I'm going to select this time in my grocery, apparels, electronic items, whatever we purchase online. If I'm ordering food and I'm online, then they can figure out what all my food habits are, which food I like the most, which food I have frequently ordered in past 2 months online, which salon I like to visit, what is my favorite vacation spot. And when we are doing job search, they can figure our preferences for jobs. What is my profile? What are the different job profiles suitable for me? They can figure and match. Wedding matches. They know what all apps I'm browsing and downloading. So, what I mean to say here is websites are quite intelligent today. Intelligent is the keyword here. This all has been happening, which is a part of something called artificial intelligence. Now, this has been around for quite a few years, but we could not appreciate it as artificial intelligence because it was happening so naturally with us. And anything that happens so easily, that seems so easy, doesn't look like surprising. So, artificial intelligence has been around in the form of intelligent websites, and now it is taking a better and advanced form. As we move ahead, we will discover what all artificial intelligence is all about. Artificial intelligence, AI, is the buzzword today, and people are looking forward to discover, to understand, to comprehend what this term actually means. Intelligence, it actually refers to the techniques of making machines which are intelligent, computers which are intelligent, software which is intelligent. So, the science and engineering involved in creating intelligent machines, hardware and software both, is called artificial intelligence. This term was actually coined by John McCarthy in 1956 in Dartmouth conference about artificial intelligence. That was the first conference, and this term had been coined by McCarthy in that conference. So, looking further, if we see, so artificial intelligence also is a vast field where we develop machines which are running on intelligent algorithms. And what do those algorithms do actually? They make those machines capable of thinking, learning, and act like human beings. Those machines are able to learn from what they process. So, artificial intelligence can also be said as the study of the principles, concepts, and technology which is involved in making intelligent machines, the machines which function like humans, which think like humans, which can learn from the data they are fed, which can learn from the processing of the data, and they upgrade their algorithm so that they are more intelligent than they were earlier. So, this is what is the prime focus of the field of artificial intelligence. Question is, why this artificial intelligence a buzzword today? Why not earlier? Why not 40 years back? What is the need of AI today? Now, if we analyze into this question, we look for the answer for this question. Three things come up. One is that we have enormous amount of data today. That was not so 40 years back. Since the advent of computers, then the internet, especially since the advent of internet, we have collected a vast amount of data in these 4 decades, 5 decades. Data on e-commerce websites, data on social websites, data on learning websites, everywhere. Enormous amount of data is not only there collected, but as we discuss this, as we go through this video, at every given moment, this huge bulk data is being generated at this moment. At this moment, several billion transactions are going on internet, and a lot of data, this deluge of data is coming in, and there is no stopping of it, and there is no limit of its size. So we have enormous data to be processed, which we have collected over past decades, and which is keep adding. Next is, now at one hand, when we have this huge mountain, huge ocean of data, we have this tremendous computation power. We have powerful computers today. We have powerful processors. We have supercomputers. We have computers which can be connected in parallel to process huge amount of data. And then we have the data to process, to analyze. We have the computation power to handle such huge amount of data. And what is the purpose? What is the purpose of this huge data to be processed? We have greater problems to address. So when we talk about enormous amount of data, there is huge deep ocean of data which human brain alone cannot handle today. Data, if you look at environment, so many variables are there. A lot of data can be there: medical, education, various fields, commerce. So many fields are there where a huge bulk of data is available today, and it is adding up. When we talk of computation power, supercomputers are there. We have cloud infrastructure from big players like Amazon, Microsoft, Google, which provide the infrastructure over internet, where companies can connect, and without having to install software and hardware, they can rent or they can use the features online and just pay for it. So it's affordable. Not only tremendous computational power is there, it is now affordable democratically by the businesses. Then there are devices which have sensors in them. These devices can transmit signals, they can talk to each other, they can share signals and data with each other. And then the network of these devices, we call them Internet of Things, IoT. So we have intelligent devices coming up thanks to the silicon superpower. And what all problems can be addressed with this? If you look around, so many problems have been there, and humanity have been striving since these problems have come up to handle these problems, to find solution to these problems, like pollution, poverty, hunger, population, world economy, global policies. So this entire bulk data, if we are able to analyze this data by the help of tremendous computation power we have today, and we could come up with various trends and patterns to see some insight, to have some insight into that data, we can come up with certain very impressive, very striking, very effective solutions to address our problems. And these predictions, these trends can help us devise effective policies to overcome these problems. We can have smart homes, smart schools, hospitals, and even smart cities. So this is the core of why artificial intelligence is a buzzword today. So let's go a little deep into this artificial intelligence. And as we discussed earlier, intelligent websites have been around. Now they are the part of our life. It is just second nature of ours to use these websites and social platforms and various mobile apps. And but how do we experience this intelligence? Let's go into the details. Let's intercept this. When we come up, we see one aspect of these intelligent websites and apps is personalization. Another is adaptivity, preferences, and interactivity. So these websites are intelligent enough to give us a feel of personalization. What is it? Like they personalize the user experience for a particular user, like predictive email editing. A website knows to whom am I emailing. So when I type dear, then the name of the person appears automatically. So they try to predict. Artificial intelligence algorithm in email tries to predict what I am going to type next, and it suggests accordingly. The keywords are suggested. We see personalized ads, welcome messages, and a lot of alerts on our mobile phones and when we are browsing, which are just personalized to our likings and dislikings. Then localization through local language translation. If I'm speaking my native language, the website offers me to translate it into my native language. So many apps are there which are available, which their services are available in the language which I understand. So the major languages, Hindi or Spanish or French, or these are not the major languages now. When we talk about localization, even local language of a country is the web page is uh, translated in that. The content is available in the language of the person who is using the website. These services are adaptive. They adapt according to the need and according to the nature of the person who is using the service. For example, a learner, if the learner is able to understand the concepts better and faster, then the learning platform will offer more questions, more better content to the learner. And if the learner is below average, then the content will be adapted accordingly. So these websites remember our presence, they track our visits, and they know when I'm online, what all things I need, what all things I do not like, and accordingly they offer the services and the products to us. And accordingly they display the content. They know which movie I prefer, which genre of movies or books, or what kind of food I like, and accordingly I get the suggestions, I get the indicators, I get the pointers, guiding pointers as preferences which suit my interests. And yes, this all is available today in a very highly interactive and user friendly way. So when I'm looking at a map, that map is so interactive that that interactivity makes it so easy to use. Natural language based assistants are there. If I speak, a speech based search is there. If I speak something, I ask a question, I get the answer from the smart algorithm. So chatbots are there. All the banks, all the online services, customer assistant services, portals, they have deployed artificially intelligent chatbots which can figure out what I'm asking for, and they respond accordingly and address to my problem faster than earlier. So personalization, adaptive, preferences, and interactive, these are the four core characteristics of artificial intelligence algorithm. Any service which is running on this such algorithm is offering these four characteristics. Well, when we talk about artificial intelligence achieving it actually on practical grounds, talking about the concepts, it looks beautiful. It looks so promising, very exciting. But when we actually on the ground of reality, when we are actually going to deploy it and trying to achieve what we are talking about, there are the challenges. It's not that easy. What all challenges are there? First of all, like human mind retains the facts as knowledge. How a machine has to is supposed to be do that to be doing that. This is being researched. How now once the knowledge is stored, how that knowledge will be recalled timely and suitably in a situation to handle that particular situation or to address a problem, that is the second challenge. Associated with this is the third challenge, which is recalling the knowledge and then analyzing and applying the logic to perform the task. If an AI algorithm is looking at some data set and doing some prediction, how accurate that prediction is going to be, and how useful that prediction is going to be is still a question mark. So this is another challenge where we are not sure what artificial intelligence algorithm will give us as the output of the prediction. And then the biggest of all, the challenge to learn from the data and from the process of analyzing the data. That is self-upgradation of intelligence, like humans do. When a child is there, and as the child grows up, becoming an adult, the level of intelligence grows accordingly. So this is how an algorithm which is in the infancy stage of knowledge, how it grows its knowledge and self upgrades in intelligence. That is a big challenge today. And the day we will achieve it, we will have the true artificial intelligence in our machines. So when we talk about humans, humans have various characteristics of intelligence. One of them is perception. We perceive our world from our sensory organs: eyes, ears, nose, skin, tongue. So these are the sensory organs which which help us create the picture around our world. The same can be achieved by a machine through sensors. That's not a big challenge. If you talk about human eye, there can be a sensor, the camera, which can help a machine to perceive the sight, the vision. If you talk about speech, a machine can have a speaker. If you talk about sensing the temperature, a machine can have a thermosensor. So various sensors can be there which can help the machine in perceiving the world around it. Coming to the next characteristic is learning. Now humans actually learn either by rote. By rote learning is specific learning, a domain specific learning, a subject specific or topic specific learning. And then there is generalized learning which helps us in living our life. So by rote learning can be programmed and can be given to the machine, but generalized learning comes from the concepts and the knowledge built up over the time. So how this has to be incorporated in machines, that has to be looked into. Then problem solving is another characteristic of human intelligence. This can be at two levels, and one is task specific, like playing a game or doing a small task. Now this can also be incorporated in a machine through programming, like a machine which is capable of playing chess or even soccer. But what about generalized problem solving, where one concept can be adapted to address different kinds of problems? So there, that generalized problem solving is a challenge to give to a machine. Then reasoning, deductive and inductive reasoning. Deductive reasoning, where we analyze the facts and whatever results we derive, those are actually accurate. Then we do inductive reasoning. In inductive reasoning, we analyze the data, we analyze the facts, and then we come up with inferences, which could be wrong, which could be right. These are inferences which can be confirmed later on. So these both kinds of reasoning, for a machine, it is a challenge to do. Another area, another aspect of human intelligence is language. We learn the language as we grow up. And once we grow up, we can learn multiple languages. We can recognize various nuances of various language, the grammar, the syntax, the speech, the diction, the accent. So this all can be learned by human brain and retained. We recognize the speech, we recognize the voice, like who has spoken. We can figure whether this sentence has been spoken by my father or by my friend or by a lady or a gent. Who is it? And what has been spoken means speech recognition. So this all can be learned by a human brain. But how a machine is going to do that, a lot of research has gone into that, and a lot of success has also been achieved in this area. In terms of AI, artificial intelligence, we call it natural language processing. We will look at it in detail in coming sessions. So these are the aspects which form a big wall of challenge in the way of achieving true artificial intelligence. But things are happening, and they are happening very positive and very promising. So let's see what the future holds. So in the next session, we will go deep into the types and techniques of artificial intelligence. Thank you.